Hey guys, so in this video, let's talk about Manila Water. Why was there a trading halt today or a trading suspension? What's the reason for that? And then let's also talk about some of the news that I've seen throughout the day in relation to Manila Water. And then, as you all know, we're going to end everything looking at the charts as well. So let's do this. Check this video out. Alright, so let me read this disclosure first that talks about Manila Water. So this was based on PSE disclosure for 434 voluntary trading suspensions. It was Manila Water requesting for a voluntary trading suspension of Manila Water shares. The reason for this is in view of material events that could recently be expected to occur from today up until the start of trading February 3, they were requesting for a suspension. So there's a lot of talk that a new contract, a new concession agreement will possibly happen. That's why you saw also stocks start to push up and start to move up. That's why as of yesterday, before all of this trading suspensions happened, Manila Water had a large push. It closed at around yesterday at around 12.16 pesos per share. So that being said, because people might be so excited because of the possible, as you've noticed from the previous video that I mentioned, markets go up based on supply and demand. Markets go up when there's more buyers pushing prices higher. Because of this possible deal, it might push the price higher, or it even might push prices lower without people actually knowing what the whole narrative is and what the whole context of this movement is. By the way, please comment below if you think Manila Water stock price will push higher based on more positive information, or if you think Manila Water stock price will also push lower based on all of this. So that being said, a lot of people are saying that a new water deal, a new concession may start to come in, may start to be underway. That's why even MPI and DMC started to move up as well. But that being said, one of the reasons why, from the news that I've seen, no, one of the reasons why Manila Water also had a push was basically this. Manila Water will also raise 9 billion pesos worth by selling 900 million new shares at 10 pesos each. I don't know what's the cost. I don't know what will be the main narrative into all of this, but it's pretty clear that there will be a buyer where Manila Water will get 9 billion pesos from. And I don't know who that new buyer will be and what will be that role. There are some rumblings on who it will be. I don't know if it will exactly be that person, because there's been news already way back that this person has found a unique interest in Manila Water, but I'm not sure if that's that person yet, so I won't really mention it because I'm not also sure, so I don't wanna say something that I'm not really sure about. But they're so they're doing this. I don't know if this has a positive effect on how Duterte will see Manila Water, especially if this buyer is someone who's favorable to the president as well. Because as you all know, the movement for Manila Water was pretty much predicated on that. But from a fundamental perspective, what I just want you guys to see is this: we have to also see how this contract affects Manila Water's earnings. As you all know, they're foregoing already them asking the money that was owed to them, so that large amount of money that they were supposed to get as cash, as earnings, won't be coming already. Secondly, if the rates won't be higher or if it will be actually lower, it means that Manila Water, same with Manila, their earnings might not be as rosy already as what people are projecting it to be. But will Manila Water still be a defensive company? Of course, it will still be a defensive company because people will still need water, people will need to drink, people will need to wash their hands. It's a very, very defensive stock. But what this places though is a shroud of uncertainty about how the contracts will be moving forward, how how it could easily be changed as well. So I think that those are the underlying things that has caused the stock to pretty much break down, that has caused investors also to get out of it, since we saw the stock start to break down from last year as well. So that's what the trading halt is. They're just giving investors a chance to digest the information when it comes out next week, whatever that information is, how positive or negative it will be, and uh, who will buy that 9 billion pesos worth of shares from Manila Water. Now let's look at the charts as well. Let me just on my charting software for all of you guys. By the way, if you're learning, super appreciated if you could subscribe from all of this. Comment below if you're learning. Comment below if this is something that is giving you the right information as well for you to trade the markets with confidence. So comment, I'm learning if you're learning. But if you're new to this channel, super appreciate it if you could subscribe and hit the bell so you get updated. If you haven't been watching, or if you haven't seen this channel yet, I'm Marvin Gurma. I'm a stock market trader and investor. I make daily videos to give people the right foundation on how they can invest and how they can trade. I just want to give people more data, more information. I just want to create videos that will help people so they get to trade the markets with confidence, so that the market doesn't become scary, so it doesn't become too highfalutin, it doesn't become too just pure hype or speculation, but we base it based on what the numbers are telling us. We also base it based on what the charts are telling us as well. And as you all know, for those who've been watching the videos, I just want to see more and more Filipinos win. More and more Filipinos not just do this based out of they're buying it just because someone else told them that it's supposed to be bought, but they buy it based on the numbers, the charts, and everything else in between. So there. So let's go back. I made this video already yesterday, so you can backtrack and reference it. But I just want to be more specific already from other, just showing you other chart patterns. So if I'll interlace all of the moving averages here. You see the 200-day, the 100-day, and the 50-day moving average still relatively bearish. For those who know what moving averages are, and those who attended our sessions on moving averages, you know that these three moving averages are relatively bearish. And you can use this 50-day moving average also as some sort of a resistance. Should there be selling at the 12.7 level, it's pretty much because the 50-day moving average is there. So I want to also zero in on its upward movement. The upward movement is predicated on this bounce from the 9.28, 9.3 support level, which was also confirmed by the 20-day moving average. Please remember that this 20-day moving average is acting now as its support level, and as the stock is above this 20-day moving average, it's denoting that it's relatively bullish as well. If I'll try to zoom in further, you could actually see this happening. You see this low. Oops, sorry about that. I'll try to fix this line. You see this low connect here, and it's now starting to push. For those who saw my videos on triangles, this is also what you call an ascending triangle, where you have a specific resistance, but you also have the low starting to increase, plus the breakout of that as well. I made this on the previous video that this is your possible target price here from a tech perspective. But I just want to note this also, that shares of Manila Water will be sold at 10 pesos, meaning there will be a large buyer buying at 10 pesos. So should it drop, please note that it's because also there's a buyer selling it at the willing to buy it at the 10 peso level, and Manila Water was valuing their company, was selling shares of their company at this 10 peso price range. So the common narrative there is, if there's a large investor buying it at 10 pesos, why will I also buy the stock at 12 pesos? I will have to buy it fairly at 10. So should the market drop much lower back to the 10 peso level, it's pretty much because of that. And if you notice it also, it's pretty close already to where the 20-day moving average is. So should it drop because of that news item, it's pretty much because of that. And it also will show us that, hey, that this resistance level, this support level may not possibly hold as well. So let me just recap everything. The 200-day, the 100-day, and the 50-day moving average are still bearish as of this point in time. MACD, as you can see, it's still pretty much below zero. So for those who know how to read MACDs, it's very important that we take everything into context that the moving averages are still bearish, the MACD is still below zero, meaning there's still not a large amount of buying or reversal yet coming into all of this. Then if I try to put volume based on what happened yesterday, there were pretty much large spikes already of buying happening here. But if you compare it also, it wasn't large enough as compared to the selling that happened last December. And if I'll try to zoom out, this is how you see how low Manila Water has gone. It's the last time it hit those levels. Let me zoom out here. The last time it hit the 9 peso level was when we had the 2008 recession, when it was sold down based on what happened during the US financial crisis. But after that, it has never gone lower. So this is actually the lowest that Manila Water has ever seen. Hence, all of the moving averages also being bearish as well. Hence, also, if you try to put this into context, this entire sideways market, which Manila Water moved, it even hit around 36 pesos per share. It even hit around 30 pesos per share last 2017. And the support at around 18 pesos did not hold because the news of what was happening was pretty much strong, causing people to sell as well. So I guess that's it for now. Comment below on if you see this is something that's positive for Manila Water. Comment below if you think this is something that may cause it to go down as well based on the news that we're having. If you don't want uncertainty, you don't know what's gonna happen, then your money might be better off in another stock. If you are a person that follows longer moving averages because there's no buy signal yet from those moving averages, it might be better yet also that you wait until those signals start to come in. For those who like using short-term moving average because a 20-day is still relatively bullish, you can ride that, and then as long as your sell signals are placed well, and as long as those signals start to emerge, you may use those areas also for you to take profits. So I guess that's it for now. It's Friday. I hope you have a great weekend ahead. It's the end of January also. I hope that whatever's happening, you're not scared, you're not anxious, but you base everything based on what the charts are telling you. Comment below also if you guys have any other questions based on other stocks that you want me to talk about as well. So this is my third video for today. We have 3 videos today. I hope that you got enough insight into all of this. I hope that this is something that will help you trade the markets with confidence as well, because again, that's what I want. I want you guys to win. I want more Filipinos to know what the stock market is and that they get to trade everything with conviction, because at the end of the day, investing in the markets is not about playing a perfect game, but it's all about following your plan. And as you follow your plan, there will be mistakes along the way, but you have to follow your plan because it will allow you to not trade based on emotions, not trade based on the concepts of other people, but you get to trade everything based on what the numbers and the charts are telling you as well. So all of my seminars are down below. Taiwan, Manila, Singapore, Doha, Dubai, Tokyo, Auckland, Sydney, London. The links are down below. Online seminars are also down below. Books are down below as well. So I guess that's it for now. This is Marvin Germo. I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon, guys, and God bless you all.